Hello, welcome back to episode 4 of FootieTalksPod. We're rejoined by Sam this week.
Hello.
Had a bit of a week off last week.
Yeah, well, something you've got to do, innit?
Yeah, of course. So I'm the only one with 100% turnout on these podcasts. I don't know how that's happened. Right, so we will go straight into the predictions myself and James made last week. Again, not too sure how well these turned out.
Very badly.
So, Friday night game was, of course, Norwich-Leicester. We both predicted a Leicester win. Didn't turn out how we thought.
Didn't go so well.
No, absolutely dominated and eventually lost 1-0.
Norwich just proving they're the greatest team in Premier League history, obviously.
So, obviously, congratulations to George Wilson, commiserations to Josh Holland and any other Leicester fans we might have missed out. Brighton Palace.
Palace won 1-0, and I remember continuing my slating of Crystal Palace.
Yes, so I said draw, you said Brighton, so we're still on no points each. Obviously,
Neil Mapai just didn't turn up again. Come on, Neil.
We did forget to ask Sam for his predictions. We promised last week we'd get him, but
I'm looking at these now and I probably would have got them all wrong anyway.
Bournemouth-Chelsea, we both said draw. And it was a 2-2 draw.
The fact we said draw. I am actually so proud of that, because when you look at how bad Chelsea have been in recent weeks, like, to predict a draw against Bournemouth, that takes something else.
They don't have a good track record against Bournemouth, they do.
No, 4-0 last week. Last time, I think we said. Newcastle-Burnley. I said draw, you said Burnley.
Oh, did you?
I did. I backed the Burnley because you weren't here, and I thought, you know what, they got a chance. I don't really enjoy how Newcastle play football, and I think Burnley had a chance, but no, they didn't.
Yeah, so, that was probably the most boring game of Premier League football you will ever see.
So I'm on 2, you're on 1. I think stand.
Something like that.
West Ham Saints. I said Saints, you said Southampton. You said West Ham. So that's 2-2.
Massive West Ham.
Massive West Ham win. Should we not talk about Watford Liverpool? Because I don't think either of us.
All we'll say is we were very wrong, and I've never been happier.
I can agree with that. I can 100% get behind that.
I want to say one thing about Watford Liverpool, a bit of a side note, away from the actual game. Watford tweeted out a video afterwards of Ben Foster with his, what are they called?
The mascot.
The mascots. It was for the Watford Liverpool game. Ben Foster's was a girl in a wheelchair.
Yes, I saw that.
And they tweeted out a video of like him going to see her like a week before the game.
Yeah.
And then all her day like leading up to the game, and it's class. Like Ben Foster, fair play.
He's one of the nicest guys.
And I obviously proved it on the pitch that day as well. Yeah, what a day.
Everton Man United was controversial. We'll get onto that later. I said Everton. You said Man United.
I did. Got back yourself, but no, just didn't come through.
Ended as we said in a controversial.
Yeah.
We'll get onto that later. And finally, Tottenham Wolves. We both said Wolves.
I remember just completely ruling Spurs out of this. I was like, Spurs have no chance. They got no strikers.
We both said Wolves, so that means
we got that right. I'm proud.
Norwich Leicester, no. Count your score. No for Norwich Leicester. Brighton Palace. We both got wrong.
Yeah.
We got Bournemouth Chelsea right.
Yep.
I got Newcastle right.
Yep.
You got Saints right.
I did.
We got Watford Liverpool wrong. We got Everton Man United wrong. We got Tottenham Wolves wrong. So it's 3-3. That's respectable. I think that's respectable. Obviously, there was less Premier League games because of the Carabao Cup final. So Arsenal didn't play Man City and Sheffield United didn't play Aston Villa.
And any weekend without Sheffield United is a sad weekend.
So what? 3 out of 8?
Yeah, it's okay.
I think I'm improving. I think I got 2 last week.
I mean,
give it a year.
The standards weren't high.
No, it wasn't great. So we will do the same thing again for this coming week.
Yep.
Let's see what they got.
That was somewhere. So, what is coming this weekend?
Is it the weekend of the 7th? Yes.
Yeah.
Weekend of the 7th.
Weekend of the 7th.
Okay.
So.
No Friday night games.
No Friday night games.
But Saturday we start 12:30. Liverpool at home to Bournemouth. Could Bournemouth once again prove the big boys wrong and hit a screaming draw?
Are Liverpool 3 games unbeaten now in all competitions?
3 games unbeaten.
3 games without
a win. That's it.
Yes. Ever since that Man United fan sent the letter. What a boy. I'm going to say, unfortunately, it's a Liverpool win. again.
Yeah.
Bournemouth aren't going to Anfield and making a surprise. If they do, then I don't know. All my credibility's gone.
All Liverpool. Right, perfect. Up next.
Arsenal at home to West Ham.
Ooh.
So 2 relegation threatened teams.
Yes.
Taking each other on.
I'll let you 2 go first because it's my team, obviously.
Draw. Okay. Do you know what I'm going to say? I'm going to say Arsenal win, but it'll be very close. It'll be a very bad game.
So when we played Everton, I said draw, and you 2 hounded me, saying, "Go on, back your team."
Yes.
So I agree. I instinct says draw, but I think I'll go. Instinct says draw.
God.
Back your team.
But I agree with you. I think it'd be close. I think it'd be like a 2-1, 2-0 Arsenal.
Imagine Arsenal West Ham, with West Ham being like an almost relegated team, is becoming like, oh, that's a really close game. Oh, it's hard to decide who could win it. That's so like, just shows the standard's gone. But yeah, next game, Palace at home to Watford. Fletcher's just having a bit of an issue with his.
Something has happened. I think this is a broken set of headphones.
We do love these technical issues.
So I will carry on.
Yeah.
If they carry on breaking, I will swap them. So Arsenal West Ham. Let me just write this down. So I'll say Arsenal.
Yep.
And you said Arsenal.
I said Arsenal.
Sam said draw.
Yeah.
Cool. Palace Watford. Can Watford beat the? I think we backed the opposition to Palace twice now, and every time we've been wrong. So I think I'm gonna. Actually, I don't know, because I feel like I don't know if I'm actually underrating Palace at this point. Maybe they've got something about them that I just don't see. Who knows?
So what were you saying? So is it Watford Palace?
Yeah, I'm gonna go Watford.
Watford.
Ooh. Is it at Vicarage Road or is it at Palace?
It's at Palace.
Is it at Palace? Oh,
I'm gonna say draw.
I'm gonna say draw as well.
Watford win.
It's not the biggest game. It's not great.
Yeah, it's one of those you can just push over, isn't it?
Yeah. And then, yeah, next one.
Sam, you're saying Watford?
Yeah.
Cool. Sheffield United at home to Norwich. So Champions League possibilities.
Just quickly, the two promotion sides. Look how different their seasons
that's crazy,
are.
Isn't it?
It's incredible.
Especially when coming into the season, Norwich were the one that you'd be like, yeah, they'll be the one to adapt, and what they'll do is they'll play football their way, but they'll do great. And then Sheffield United are at 20th, because literally no one had heard of any of their players.
I think I had them to stay up. I think I had them like 17.
I had them to go down just based on the fact that, you know, their whole way of playing with the centre backs, that wasn't working. Just working. So
I think Norwich
what do we know about football, eh?
Norwich have got 2 big results in a row against 2 big teams this season. I agree with you. I think this is going to be a draw.
Sheffield United have also had a week off. Will that work in their favour, or will they be a bit more lacklustre?
I don't think Wilder would have let them.
Yeah, I was going to say.
They did
break.
heavy
They
training.
would have had a training session that week.
The last time they met, Sheffield United won 2-1 at Carrow Road. I think I'm going to have to back Sheffield United here.
I'm also going to back Sheffield United.
Although I wouldn't be surprised if Norwich get a goal. Put it that way.
Yeah, they'll probably score.
Yeah.
And you're both saying Sheffield?
Yep.
Okay, let's see.
Saints take on Newcastle in the south.
Ooh.
Oh, heavy trip for the Newcastle fans there.
Yeah, they're not going to enjoy it. I think...
they're not going to enjoy it when they go down to get whacked as well. Southampton win off.
I'm going Saints. Yeah.
Saints?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll probably back Saints as well. I think Danny Ings is still injured, but...
Wait, go Saints as well?
Yeah.
Sam? Cool.
Wolves take on Brighton.
Wolves.
Yeah, back Wolves as well. It's an easy one, that.
Neil Mapai, prove me wrong. Come on, son. This whole podcast is just going to be me wanting Neil Mapai to succeed.
Just memeing Neil Mapai.
If he gets top goal scorer in the league next year, you should get a tattoo.
I called it.
And where else are we?
Burnley take on Spurs. So Spurs, the visitors.
Ooh.
Spurs have been poor in a form. They've got no strikers.
I fancy Burnley.
Well, there you go.
I kind of fancy Burnley. But I don't know. I do feel like
I fancy
Spurs
Burnley.
can have
You fancy Burnley?
Yeah, Burnley. Will win this. We'll.
I could say draw.
I was edging towards a draw as well.
I might go draw just because of... I think Spurs still have the quality of players. It's just they don't have that finishing touch.
So
And,
they'll play right into our hands, I think.
yeah,
The way they play, the way they'll come set up and.
So you're saying Burnley?
Yeah, I have
Back
to.
your team.
Yeah.
You're saying draw.
Yep.
Let's spice it up. Let's go. I'll go one each. I'll go Tottenham win.
Okay, this could be the decider.
I think Burnley will get a result, but I think for the sake of this,
yeah,
that's good of you. That
because we've all sort of gone in the same ballpark for most of it. This time we will get someone. Someone will be right.
Exactly.
Well, I think the Sunday ones will split the room a little bit.
Yes, this is going to be a bit of a big one.
And Monday.
Chelsea take on Everton at Stamford Bridge. What are we going to say?
Ooh.
I think because Carlo Ancelotti's Everton.
Instinct says Everton.
Right.
Instinct does say Everton.
Yeah.
Instinct says Everton. No way.
My instinct says Everton. I don't
But
think Chelsea's been all that great this season.
He's not on the sideline this week.
True. Does that make a difference?
No, he's not received a touchdown ban. He took he took the £8 grand or 80 grand fine, whatever it was.
Oof.
And I think he's been exempt from his touchdown ban.
If you've been given a red, you shouldn't be on the on touchline.
Yeah.
I think, but hey ho. Well, yeah. What's it? I was reading something earlier in the week about Carlo Ancelotti being more like a kind of a philosopher, motivational coach than a tactical coach. So if he's actually on the touchline, that gives him a lot, especially against former club in Chelsea. Maybe
I might be wrong. Look it up. But I think I read somewhere today that he will not face a touchline ban.
I don't know. Well, I think either way Chelsea will win.
Yeah,
Everton boss avoids ban after accepting FA misconduct charge. There you go.
Yeah.
I'm going to say
I'm still going to go with a home win. Chelsea win.
Chelsea?
Everton. Come on.
Oh.
Everton can do it. I think it's not out of the realms of possibility. It could happen. It'd be tough. It's near impossible, but it could happen.
I'm going to play it safe and go draw.
So it's not out of the realms of possibility. It's near impossible.
Yeah.
I'm going draw.
It's just in that little middle space.
Right, so, again, all three have gone for different results. Good. Manchester Derby.
Manchester Derby.
At Old Trafford.
Right.
You won the last Manchester Derby, didn't you?
Yes, and every single Manchester Derby that we go into, I am somehow confident as long as it's not at the Etihad. If we're at home and it's Man City, I genuinely go, we've got a chance. Only problem is, no Marcus this time. Marcus can't save our skin.
True.
So can Adi Nagalo step up? The massive striker.
I'm going to predict he's not going to step up in the Manchester Derby.
Thing is, I think
do you know what? If there's any game,
it's going to be
narrative-wise where he would step up, it would be
exactly.
If there's going to be a game he does it, he's going to do it in this game.
Manchester United fan. He comes in. He's scored a goal. He's been okay. He's shown something else than Tony Marshall. This is his first thing on the big stage. If he scores a winner against Manchester City, he will go down in Manchester United folklore. He already has. For some reason, I don't think I've had a player so loved at Manchester United for a good while.
Is he loved?
Yes, everyone loves Igalo. The fact is, there's a group of Manchester United fans that turn up to Old Trafford in Nigeria shirts just for him.
Fair play.
It's really, really good.
Fair play.
I'm going to just put it down on everything by saying City win.
I'm going to go City win as well.
Yeah.
I don't like the lack of... Come on, guys. I'm going to say United win.
Yeah, but that's because you're a United fan.
No, it's because I know football and I know...
Bold claim!
Ole Gunnar Solskjaer outdoes Pep Guardiola once again. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, we just do it against the big teams. We do really step up.
Bold. Well, apart from Arsenal, when it was 2-0 at the Emirates, wasn't it?
Yeah, big teams.
So... Ouch!
Small teams who don't do so well against. But City, I back us. Manchester United win.
Okay.
Come on, Tony Marshall.
So, and finally, rolling off the weekend is our Monday night game, is Leicester Villa.
Leicester at home to Villa. Leicester, not been great recently.
Is it 3 wins in 11? No, 4 wins in 11 because they won last night. Yes, I think something like that. 4 wins in 11, something like that. Correct me if I'm wrong, Leicester fans.
I mean, it's a good game to get back on a winning run or any.
They lost last time they met in the Carabao Cup. Semi-final? Semi-final. Yeah. Trezeguet, last minute winner.
True. It's the 2 Manchester United transfer targets against each other in Madison and Grealish. We want to throw it back to Manchester United again.
Always managed to put it in. I
think we Leicester.
Do you?
The quality of the squad just stands out so much more.
I don't know because I think Villa will partly be in a down over the cup final, but they're also fighting relegation. And I think they're good enough to survive if they put a couple of game run in.
Maybe.
If they win it. Oh.
Jack Grealish could get them going. I'm still going to back Leicester, you know. I think the quality in the squad just shows out in these sorts of matches. It is a tough one, but they've got every bit in them.
Yeah, I'm going to back Leicester as well.
Good man.
Let's make it a hat-trick. Let's make it a hat-trick. Go on.
Okay.
All Leicester.
All Leicester.
And
What's Villa win off?
I said finally, it's not finally, because the Premier League have rescheduled Arsenal's visit to the Etihad
Yes.
for Wednesday night.
Yes, so we'll be able to make it before the next podcast.
So
we might as well
it does fit in. So I think this hurts me.
Manchester City.
All City, are we saying?
At home to Arsenal.
I think this could get ugly. I think this could be at least 4.
I just like to say about how I was so confident about Manchester United beating City, and an Arsenal fan is saying it could get ugly. It could be at least 4.
Well,
the quality of the side.
You've seen.
It's going to be City.
It's going to be City. It's just by how much it's City.
Yeah.
Try and Face ID.
That is quality, Fletch. Face ID side.
Is it going to work? I think it stopped. Here we go again.
There you go. Sorry. No, but yeah. It's just going to be City. It won't just be City.
City.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think all City. I think we got outplayed at the Emirates. De Bruyne masterclass. I think he's probably out for that. If he's out, I think he's out for the Manchester derby. I read somewhere. I think.
If he is, then thank God. Because that's the last thing I want.
Did he play? Did he play last night? Was he in the squad? No.
Can't remember.
I don't think he was. No.
Yeah. Well, what's it? I was thinking yesterday because I was looking at some like the old Premier League, early of this decade or the last decade.
Yeah.
Premier League, like the players and the teams and that. Yaya Toure, I want to say.
Oh my God, he was so good.
He scored, I think, 20 goals, 9 assists in that one season. De Bruyne is nearly in double figures for both. Very different types of midfielders in a way.
Yeah.
Who's better, Kevin De Bruyne or Yaya Toure?
Oh.
Because I saw somewhere someone saying Yaya Toure should go down as one of the greatest midfielders of all time. Had he not been Ivorian, he's Ivorian, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Had he not been Ivorian, he would go down as one of the greatest.
If he was European, he would be.
If he was European.
I think he's a better player than Modric.
Oh, 100%.
And Kroos. And you look at any of those.
Yeah.
Like Modric won the Ballon d'Or. Obviously, Croatia came second in the World Cup.
He didn't deserve
it,
did he?
Did he win Champions League that year?
Yes.
Yeah, it beat Liverpool.
Yep.
I think if Yaya Toure was Croatian, if
Yaya Toure was English, he would go down as one of the greatest midfielders we'd have.
Oh, he would be in that Gerrard Lampard goals bracket.
Yeah, but would De Bruyne not as well?
Yeah, true. Would De Bruyne be better than I think? Right.
De Bruyne stands out more because there's less quality midfielders.
I think you look where Toure came from, and where De Bruyne came from, and Toure was at Barcelona.
Yep.
He's played at quality clubs. I mean, Arsenal rejected him in his early. He's done it.
Which is a sign of a good player, if we know Arsene Wenger.
Yeah. Wenger had him on trial and blew it.
He's done that with every single footballer.
De Bruyne obviously let go by Chelsea, thrived at Wolfsburg.
Yeah.
Immense at Wolfsburg. I do think...
I go for Yaya.
You would actually go for
Yaya? I go for Yaya.
I think Kevin De Bruyne just edged it. I think Toure is fantastic, and I think he's one of those players where you could stick him in any side and he makes them a billion times better just because he carries a team forward. And he can do anything he wants pretty much by himself. But I do think... I think I prefer the way De Bruyne plays.
They're both quality players.
Yeah. Puts the needle through.
Talking of players who would get in any team, I think it was TalkSpot. I heard someone say Jack Grealish would get into any midfield in the Premier League.
No.
And they didn't say without the exception of City. He said every midfield.
Klopp wouldn't have him in that Liverpool.
He doesn't get into City's midfield ahead of De Bruyne.
On paper, he might get into
quality.
Liverpool's.
He's better than some of Liverpool's midfielders, but if he went into Liverpool's side, that Liverpool side would lose more.
The system Klopp plays
relies on defensive.
Yeah, you've got defensive players. You don't have that, and he wouldn't get in on the left over Mane.
Well, no.
No. I mean, I'd take him at United in a heartbeat.
Yeah, Chelsea and Tottenham, he'd probably both squeeze in there as well.
Yeah, probably. Chelsea's
I think Chelsea's a harder one to get into.
Yeah.
because I think like, the way
Chelsea's
Lampard's...
tough to get into, but he's better than Jorginho, isn't he? He's better.
I think he's going over Mount or Barkley.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, easily.
Yeah,
Or Kovacic, because you'd have Jorginho, Kante, and then an attacker.
one of the other ones.
Which would he get?
Mate, Jack Grealish in a Chelsea shirt, that'd be decent. I wouldn't like to see that because I'd want him at United, but I feel like he'd do an okay job.
Does he get into United team now?
Does he enter United? Mate, I'd give him the captain's armband and £400 a week to get him in right now.
Dear.
So what, you
He'd
play him
save our
alongside,
season.
what, who? Fernandes and...
You'd probably have Bruno. I'd want Scott.
when everyone's fit.
When everyone's fit.
You'd have to have Scott just for the back. The backbone.
Oh, if everyone's fit, then you go Pogba,
Bruno, Grealish.
Scott, and then I'd probably put Grealish on the right wing or something, or left wing.
Yeah, he doesn't get into he gets into a lot of Premier League
Or actually,
teams.
I'd probably change up the system a little bit. Because at the minute we kind of play like a 4-3-3, 4-2-3-1, where that midfielder. Because Bruno, although he's probably a 10, he does play as an 8 a lot. I think we'd probably just have to switch it and have kind of Tony and Marcus up top together, and then put Grealish in behind.
I don't think he gets into Wolfstein with the midfielders they have. But
really? I mean,
over Neves.
Ruben Neves,
Coutinho.
And did I play Dundonk in midfield now?
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Yeah, I'd have him in there.
Over Neves.
He's better than Coutinho though.
What about Leicester's?
Ooh.
He's easily better than Coutinho.
If Maddison goes, I think Leicester should go for it.
But does he get in over Maddison at the moment? Because at the moment Leicester have quite a good midfield, don't
I
they?
think
if he's fit.
I think that's
Maddison.
a debate for another day. I think we're going to get a little criticism.
We'll get it a bit later.
Yeah, we're not.
I've got one more debate. There was a tweet by, I believe it was the Soccer AM account.
Yep.
I'm not quite sure, but it was, who would you rather have leading your front line, Didier Drogba or Thierry Henry? And it sparked quite a lot of controversy because there was one half going, how can you compare these two? Henry's miles better.
Yeah.
And then there was the other half going, yeah, but he's not. And Drogba should be in it. I just thought, because of the amount of noise it created on Twitter, I mean, Drogba and trending worldwide.
I should say Omri, and I think I...
Don't do this to yourself.
I think I do.
Good.
I never saw Omri in his prime.
I think that's the thing. A lot of people on Twitter
we never saw...
what they see.
Omri is an Arsenal legend, but I never saw him in his prime. I never saw him play live for Arsenal. Whereas with Drogba, we saw him absolutely blitz Premier League apart, absolutely destroy.
Well, what's it? Last week we were talking about the Premier League Hall of Fame. Go back and listen to the pod on who we thought should get in there.
The first two.
I'm going to spoil it a bit now. We did say Thierry Henry should
get
in
there.
Which I disagree
Didier
with.
Drogba
Do you disagree?
How can you disagree with that?
Giggs over what?
Giggs over Henry.
Giggs and Shearer.
Okay, I understand.
If you want Giggs, I compromise and I go Omri and Giggs.
No, I'll go Giggs and Shearer.
I think Giggs and Shearer does make sense, but like the fact that Thierry Henry,
I think they will because they're both British. They'll be the first two. They'll be the first two because they're both British.
That was my thing.
But Thierry Henry being a foot in the conversation, we didn't even mention Drogba once. I do think his Champions League
he gets in there,
phases it a little bit and makes him seem.
But
he's obviously a world class striker and was one of the best of his generation, but it does make him seem a bit better.
Yeah.
one of my best mates at home is a Chelsea fan, and I remember hating playing Chelsea purely because of Drogba.
Also, because you're just such a bad team, but
but we were top 4 consistent then. We were a decent team. But Drogba was one of those. I feared playing Drogba, and that's why I feared playing Chelsea. I feared playing Man United because of players like Rooney, because of players like Nani.
See, I'd personally...
Because of players like Scott McTominay.
I'd personally, in the argument, say Drogba, but the reason I'd say that is because of the point Fletch made, where my uncle is a Chelsea fan. So at that time period, the late noughties and early 10s, obviously, apart from Burnley, I was watching a lot of Chelsea, watched that Champions League final live and all that. And that's where I'd say, just because I seen him and I wasn't watching on
and he was obviously crazy
in the
good.
early noughties, But then he only had one season where he scored over 20 plus goals in the league.
Yeah.
But you think what he did for that Chelsea team? He was if you could have them both, you would.
I saw
leading your line. Ooh.
Number 9, I'd have Drogba. But if it was just in a team...
As a number 9, you'd have to have Drogba.
Yeah, but if it was just in a...
No.
As a number 9?
Yeah, that's Henry.
I love Henry. And
yeah, you should love Henry because he's one of the greatest of all time.
I'd have him in... Yeah, Henry. I think Drogba's quality.
Right, okay, Thierry Henry, 254 games for Arsenal, 174 goals. Drogba, for Chelsea, 226 games, only 100 goals.
Yep.
Thierry Henry is just better.
Drogba's a quality player.
Drogba, right, make no mistakes, Didier Drogba is one of the greatest of his generation, but Thierry Henry is better.
I'd have Henry in my team, over Drogba.
Yeah, one last thing I'll say, I saw another tweet, some guy replied to it saying... yeah, Henry was good on the pitch and that, but did Henry stop a war with football and then just left it as enough said? And I just thought that was pretty funny.
Fair enough.
But yeah, probably. I'd have Drogba personally, but it's probably Henry, to be fair, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it just depends on taste. Like,
yeah.
There's very different types of strikers, that's fine.
Yeah, that does segue us quite nicely into something I wanted to talk about.
Go on.
Obviously, on Thursday, last week, we recorded a podcast, myself and James.
Yes.
It was Europa League.
It was.
Round of 32, second leg.
What?
Arsenal, we win away in Greece, which is it's a hard thing to do. Relatively
which is
hard.
Completely expected from a Premier League side.
Yes, it's expected, but it's a relatively hard thing to do. We got the win, we came back to the Emirates, and I was confident, as you would be if you were playing an Olympiacos at home in second leg, as you probably would be.
No.
Oh no, Burnley had no chance against the massive Olympiacos.
We played them in the qualification that season, they were in it, and we just scraped past them and then got knocked out by some Turkish side in the last round, and I thought...
so all I'm saying is Burnley got past Olympiacos and Arsenal couldn't.
Well, there you go.
But I'm not going to rant again. I went on a very long Twitter rant. But I just think it's an interesting question because Arsenal, the only English side knocked out, and obviously Celtic got knocked out as well.
Yeah.
It's not been a great season for Arsenal either. So,
is this the worst season that you've ever seen Arsenal play? Because it definitely is.
100%.
At least from what
I think.
Yeah, I would think.
Yeah, I'd agree.
On the whole, yes. I think my worst memory as an Arsenal fan was the Carling Cup final of 2011.
Yeah, probably.
Because that hurt. Because that was the first cup final I remember. It's not the first cup final we've been in when I've been alive.
Yeah.
It's the first cup final I remember, and we lost. But so obviously Arsenal out of Europe, semi-finalists 2 years ago, finalists last year.
Yep.
The Wolves, Man United, or who's that? Rangers.
Yep.
Anyone else left?
No,
in
Celtic
Europa League
as well.
Yeah. The Wolves, Man United, or Rangers have a chance of winning it. A realistic chance.
Yes. Wolves have a chance.
Wolves over Man United. I think Man United have to be favourites for this now.
Right, this is the thing, because Man United, I think fans...
And you look at your piss easy draw as well. you look at...
I love it.
You look at some of the draws, it's like Sevilla versus... They got Roma in the last round.
The Monchi derby.
Or is it this round?
I think it's this, the round coming, yeah.
Wolves got who?
Olympiacos.
Wolves got Olympiacos.
And Rangers have got
by Leverkusen.
That's them stuffed.
Man United, this rubbish old Austrian team who no one's heard of.
They are top of the Austrian Bundesliga, which is above Erling Haaland's former side. So they're just a massive club, and when we beat them, it just shows the levels of football that Manchester United are actually playing right now.
I'd love you to lose that game. Genuinely would love you to lose that game.
We'll cry. No, but yeah, I mean, Arsenal being out it shows the level of your club right now.
We were fourth favourites for that competition.
It's bad to be out so...
And you think, who would be above us? Inter Milan?
Inter Milan, I would say Inter Milan are probably favourites.
Inter Milan?
We're not talking
did Ajax go through or did they go out?
No, Ajax are out.
So, yeah, they did go out. So I think Inter Milan were above us.
Roma and Sevilla.
Sevilla were above us.
Leverkusen are probably above you.
And Leverkusen were above us. So if we were fourth, were Man United favourites after us? Or Man United then Arsenal then Leverkusen?
Maybe that one, yeah.
That might work. I don't know. I feel like Sevilla probably drops a little bit.
I think you've got to be favourites for this now.
I still think Inter Milan.
Within the British clubs, yeah.
British clubs, yes, 100%.
Yeah. But I mean,
I would give Wolves an outside chance, especially with Olympiacos.
I'd love Wolves to win it. I genuinely it would hurt. We would have played Wolves, which I think, even though I'm
Which you would have lost. You would have lost.
Yeah, I'm disappointed to go now, but I would rather have gone out to Olympiacos than have gone out to Wolves.
No. Wolves are just so much of a better side.
Yeah,
At least if you lose to Wolves, it's respectable.
Yeah, no, but I think
no one's going to respect you for losing 2-1 at home to Olympiacos.
I'm
very sorry.
I don't think respect's the issue. I think if we'd have lost to Wolves, it would have hurt a lot more.
Yeah,
maybe
it's like when we lost to Chelsea. We got destroyed in the final by Chelsea. If that was Inter Milan, it would have hurt less because it's not a domestic rival.
No, yeah, I get his point. Yeah.
So, yeah, but I don't know. I still feel.
I think Wolves have eclipsed us. That hurts to say. Wolves have eclipsed us.
They have this season
massively over this season.
Yep.
And they probably had a better season last year.
Does that mean? Well, I think it's safe to say that it is, but like the traditional top six,
God, no longer exists.
The top six will still be used by Sky Sports because they just love it. But
for promo,
it's not a thing anymore.
You have a top two, and then you have a middle 7, 8.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
And then the rest.
You have two elite teams. You have that probably 6 or 7 above average teams, and then you have everyone else. No, because look, so you have Man City and Liverpool, Man City and Liverpool are the elites. Then below that you have Arsenal, Chelsea, Tottenham, Man United, Wolves, Leicester.
Yep.
And Sheffield United.
This season, Sheffield United.
Yep.
And Everton.
And they'll keep doing it next season.
Is 8. And then below that you have
table.
What? Newcastle, Southampton, West Ham, Brighton, Burnley.
You probably have them as
a group
higher of the lower mid-table.
Yeah.
As in top half of the second half of the table.
Yeah.
So like 10th to 15th. And then you have the
Watford,
Norwich, Bournemouth.
Watford, Norwich, Bournemouth,
Villa, who are all struggling. Yeah, and whoever else is down there.
I think Premier will be used because those clubs attract attention and have bigger audiences worldwide.
Well, with Arsenal falling away so badly,
I don't know.
Is this good for Arsenal? Do you feel like you need this? Do you feel like you need to be at such a low point where you're going to lose your star player in summer? You've been eliminated, dropped out of Europe. You're not going to get Europe next season. You've had one of the worst managers in history. Well, no.
Of our club.
Not that bad.
Of our club's history.
Of your club's history, Unai Emery, and Arteta's come in and
he's not been
great, but there's a sense of hope still around him, I think. Do you need this to be able to restart, clean slate, take Arsenal Football Club back to the top again, or is this just... does it keep going down from here?
I've said probably since around Christmas, January, that I had accepted that there was no Europe.
Yep.
And I think, like what Chelsea did a few years ago, and I'm not comparing the two at all because Chelsea went from champions to no Europe to champions. And we're nowhere near that. We're not going to win the league next year. Part of me would enjoy a season out of Europe, genuinely. And I know
there's a bit of a focus on domestic competition.
I know financially that it's a disaster. I don't remember the exact figures. We made a horrible loss this year, and we've been losing a lot of money for probably 3 years at least now since we dropped out of the Champions League.
Oh yeah, you've been paying Mesut Ozil's wages. You're not getting anything back from that.
No.
Definitely that, isn't it?
But I think they're going to stick with Arteta whatever.
Yeah.
We're in a worse place now with Arteta than we were with Emery. I think we were something like 7th and we're now 9th. And we've dropped, I think, something like that.
Yeah.
I think Emery had to go just because morale. They weren't playing for him.
No,
everyone had lost confidence.
Emery couldn't stay at that club.
I think he should have gone off the Europa League final. I think then someone comes in and they have a summer, and then I think we would have got a better manager, a more experienced manager than Arteta. I think you're right. We won't get Europe. I think it would take a miracle, to be perfectly honest, to get Europe. I don't think we'll win the FA Cup because I think there's
nice.
If Man United go through, and it hurts to say there's 7 better teams than us. Well, no, 6 better teams. Norwich.
7.
Oh, okay.
No.
You can decent this week, James. So we're not going to win that. It will take a miracle for us to win that. I think Man City are favourites. They'll go through against Newcastle. We'll come back onto the FA Cup in a minute.
But it's like then, you can
But it's a season of rebuild, isn't it? Really.
And you take your next season, and you've got Saka, you've got Eddie Nketiah.
Well, I think Aubameyang's gone. I can't see him staying.
Goes. Lacazette should go.
I think Aubameyang goes. I think Aubameyang will go. I'd like him to say. I think Lacazette should go. And if they both go,
That's got to be what, 120 million, I'd say. You get from those. 50 million for Lacazette.
We won't get 7. We'll get.
Okay. Right, so you get 100 million, and then that's at least enough to kind of maybe pick up a striker.
But
here
who
or
was
there.
come? That's the question.
Right, you get in.
Fine. What Arsenal starting 11 for next season?
Right, okay. In net, you'd have Leno.
Would you? Would he accept no European football? Really?
Yeah, I think.
Honestly.
He's not that great a keeper that he's going to be picked up by Bayern Munich, is he?
If there's a European team that.
Yeah, but that if is there won't be a European team.
Say Atalanta get Europe again.
He doesn't go to Atalanta.
I don't say he walked into
the money.
Wolves. A backup keeper. He's better than John Ruddy.
But then he won't.
Bernd Leno as a backup keeper at Wolves.
Yeah, he won't sit beyond the seat.
It's a hypothetical. I genuinely can't see him.
Oh my god.
I think someone will come in for him. Someone has to.
No,
I don't think anyone can match
he
how much
stays.
he's being paid.
He definitely stays.
I think he stays.
Definitely stays.
And then, who would you get instead?
Well, you'd either promote Martinez or Macy.
Oh god.
I'm not saying I want it. I'm thinking
maybe Arsenal are looking worse than we thought.
I'm thinking realistically, are we going to be able to keep hold of Leno?
Yeah, Leno stays.
I think Leno stays. So right, are we going to say Leno stays?
Fine. Leno stays. Leno starts in goal.
Right
left back.
Oh, sorry, left back. I don't know who you've got at this point.
Tierney. Fully fit.
Oh yeah.
Fully fit
Tierney.
Fully fit Tierney goes in.
Centre backs.
Centre backs.
Well, we've got Saliba to come in.
Yeah.
I think Saliba starts.
He'll probably start next year, which would be good. I feel like that's like another. That was a good building block from the summer.
So does a fully fit Rob Holding, does a fully fit Chambers go in ahead of Socrates if he stays, David Luiz if he stays, Mustafi if he stays? I think it's between Holding and Chambers.
Mustafi in.
I reckon it's Holding.
Right.
I reckon it's Holding.
Gives him $2.
Holding.
If everyone's fully fit.
Yep.
Right back Bellerin.
Yep. Next Bellerin if he stays.
He'll stay.
If he stays fit.
Fine.
Yeah, goes in.
Midfield 2. I can't see Xhaka staying now.
Lucas Torreira.
Torreira will stay.
Well, Torreira and Guendouzi. Would that work, or is that too much? Like,
I like Torreira and Guendouzi.
Is that too much energy in one midfield?
I like them together.
No, that can work.
As a defensive player, I like them.
Just in front of them.
Up front, centre and second mid. Ozil?
You'd have to get someone in. You'd have Ozil, but you'd have to get someone in.
See,
you can't carry on with Ozil.
I'd take Campbell.
Yeah, if you got Campbell, you'd be alright.
I'd take Grealish.
Yeah, any of the English ones.
No, I'm not saying them all, but I think if you look to replace him, you've got to look at someone like Cantwell or Grealish.
Yeah.
2 years ago, I would have said Maddison. But there's no way we can attract a Champions League midfielder from next season to a non-European.
No, yeah.
Wait, actually, when does this? Actually, no. We'll do the Arsenal thing, then I'll ask. So, Ozil, or are we saying we get someone in?
I'd say you have to get someone in. I
Fine,
don't think Ozil will
someone
be
new.
for a season.
And then I think our front three, if we sell Aubameyang and Lacazette, has to be Martinelli, Nketiah, Nelson. Oh, Pepe, yeah.
Pepe, yeah. 72 million.
Does Pepe
Shove him
stay?
on the bench.
Pepe stays.
Does
And
Pepe-
he's been there too short a time to just piss off.
So if you were to sell him, you'd have to recoup as much of that 72 million as possible.
I think we get 50 for him.
Well, that's an issue.
You wouldn't want to take that, would you? You wouldn't want to make 22 million loss in one season on one player.
No, I don't think you would. But I think if you had to
pay the 50 million.
I don't think anyone comes in for Pepe.
No, especially after the season he's having.
No, So
and then you got Saka on the bench as a
Saka
super
on
sub,
the
or you
bench.
can move about, or you can play left wing maybe if Martinelli doesn't play. But I feel like that's like an okay start. Maybe you just creep into Europe if you get like a lucky season. Maybe you make a few investments.
I said it when I said it on Twitter. I said last season, or I think we should have gone. I think we got Saliba. I would have liked to put Meccano, but he's not going to leave Leipzig Champions League again for no Europe.
Yep.
Despite probably a wage increase. You probably like a more experienced, trustworthy centre back. I know you've got three in Mustafi they're not all going to stay.
I don't know.
Mustafi, Luiz,
and I wouldn't trust them.
Mustafi, Luiz, and
all.
Socrates won't stay. Socrates basically said he's going to go. He said he's not sure of his future without European.
What a shame.
I think you need a better right back than Bellerin.
I'd say that's the least of your
Cedric,
right now.
does Cedric start if we sign him on a permanent deal over Bellerin?
You might as well sign him on a permanent deal at this point. At least get something out of this loan. I mean, and then I don't think he starts over Bellerin. I think you just keep him like kind of as a backup.
I love Bellerin, but he can't defend.
No,
and he's lost his pace. There's nothing special about Bellerin anymore.
I don't know.
I just think you've got bigger holes to fill.
Oh, we've got bigger fish to fry, massive issues. When does this third UEFA competition start? Is that from 2 seasons?
I think that's in a couple of seasons, yeah. Yeah, that's going to be the home of Arsenal Football Club, isn't it?
Has this just gone over my head? Or?
So it's the UEFA Conference League, I think it's called.
I don't know the name.
I think
so
it's
like.
So I think
it's Europa League for the Europa League.
So it's a tier below the Europa League.
Oh, it's Burnley's playground.
So that's what everyone was saying. Everyone was saying you'd have the top 6, so you'd have top 4 in Europe.
Yeah.
Probably 5 and 6 in the Europa League.
And then what? 7, 8.
And 7th, it goes to the Conference League.
Okay.
Which everyone thought would be.
So it starts in 2 years. It starts in 2021. Or sorry, next year. Sorry.
So everyone said it would be someone like Leicester, Everton, Burnley when they have a good season, if West Ham have a good season, or if a big team has a bad season and they drop into it. Do Arsenal get into that even?
Yeah, no.
This season?
So. I mean,
not
one
this
team
season.
from England goes into it, I think, because I think we've got to be top 5 ranked, haven't we?
Oh, we're second ranked in the coefficient.
So we have probably one team in it. Arsenal could be that team. Could well be. They'll be in and around that spot, surely.
Well, yeah. Well, yeah. I'm not too clued up on. Well, I knew there was the third one coming in.
Well, at least you knew.
So.
Well, it does give you an opportunity for at least in cup football, and you can progress. Which have you seen the season ticket issue at Arsenal?
£6,000 for executive club level, which is like box, and there's no guarantee of European football, and the club are charging £6,000 to have a club level, like a more comfy seat.
It's been rumoured as well that Arsenal are going to have to pay back fans up to £4.5 million because on the season ticket.
They was guaranteed X amount of cup games.
7 home cup games.
3. There was 3 European Cup games. 4 European Cup games we got to knockout round.
Yeah.
And we had Leeds in the FA Cup.
And you're away for it.
Carabao Cup. Who did we play in Carabao Cup?
I cannot remember.
So that's 3 group stage, 1 knockout.
I think it was over to 6.
Leeds.
That's 5.
It's 5. Who did we have in the Carabao Cup? I don't know. I'll run. We got spanked by. We lost it from penalties at Anfield. Was that the first round we were in? Yes, it was.
Okay.
Because we played in Europe.
But it's like the fact that Arsenal, even at that level, they can't give enough cup.
And we were drawn away. No, they will because in their replays.
Yeah.
They will have to now.
Yeah, so they're going to have to pay back, and it could be about 50 quid a fan.
Oh my god, that's insane.
The state of the club right now.
Yeah, we are in a mess.
Yes. But if Arsenal do have one thing,
it's that
it's history.
We can keep that Invincibles crown.
49 games.
Seamless
transition. So,
I'm
well done, James. You should have to look at iPad for that. So, yes. So Liverpool, were they at 43 or were they at 44? They were at 44, and they were outplayed, outclassed, and eventually lost 3-0 at Vicarage Road to Watford. Ismail Assar absolutely stole the show. We're not going to dwell too long on it, but I think it was very refreshing. It was very refreshing.
Can we dwell on the fact that I saw an interview with Ismail Assar, again, Watford Twitter. Been following it loads recently.
It's the place to be.
Saying that he is spending his Premier League wages on buying his father some new sheep. So priorities.
What?
Why? I just seen it on Twitter and I thought,
if you have the cash, why not spend it on some sheep for your dad?
That is so confusing.
I mean, I assume they're still based in, not England.
I want to say, is he Senegal?
Yeah, I think they're still based in Africa.
Yeah.
He's a farmer, probably.
But I mean,
have a sheep.
No, they're just for his dinner.
Yeah,
like a 6-pack.
But it's like Liverpool lost, and I don't think I experienced so much happiness for another team losing in a game that I wasn't in.
That was probably the top 5 most joyous moments of this season for me.
For every fan that's not a Liverpool fan, yes, easily. And Arsenal's tweet after the game, the little few.
Yeah,
that was class.
We did a couple of things.
I love that.
Watford did. Yeah.
And any Liverpool fan that's saying, "Oh, Arsenal fans, you got bigger fish to fry, son. You might be starting with Bernd Leno as Wolves' backup keeper next year." You got to just say, who cares? Liverpool lost. You've got that unbeaten run at least. And it's so
I don't
good.
think anyone will ever do that.
No, I think I said it on here. I said I thought Liverpool would they'd beat the 49. I think they'd get to 49, and they would lose to City. And I said they wouldn't get a whole season unbeaten.
Yeah.
Because same reason as you, that will never be done again.
I just can't see anyone doing it again, especially with the way the Premier League's going at the moment.
Yeah, the quality and then the golf in between.
It's been done in Europe a few times recently.
I think Bayern have done it, Celtic have done it, but there's been no.
I think Juve have even done it.
Juve have done it.
Yeah, but it's like
in England it won't be done again.
It can't be done.
It's tough. Liverpool will still go down as the greatest Premier League single side of all time. They will have 100. Well, they could get up to 109 points at the end of the season.
Incredible, man.
And the only person we've got to thank really for the loss is that Man United fan who sent that letter to Jurgen Klopp.
Lost to Atletico, drew with, nearly lost West Ham, lost at Watford, and lost to Chelsea in the Cup.
Yep, 3 losses since that letter.
Thank you.
Magic.
Well done to him, mate. Whoever that guy is. What's his name?
Storage full. Perfect. Thank you. You will now no longer have
I can't remember his name. I just know that he's Manchester United's biggest legend right now.
Fair enough.
Who knows his name, but we'll be on the statue of him outside with the letter in hand.
We don't know. Yeah, so we spoke about it earlier on.
Yes.
Man United Everton.
Yes.
VAR again, and we've spoken about it before, and we will keep speaking about it because it keeps giving us talking points.
When will it never know?
I think you got very, very lucky.
I mean, very lucky is an understatement.
Wait, do you not agree?
I can see
why it's being disallowed. I think it's the biggest load of nonsense.
I will defend it more than I will question it.
Really?
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yep.
So,
and I'll let you.
If you haven't seen it,
right
go look at the Premier League highlights.
Sky Sports
Everton
Football
against Manchester United. The last minute, and I'm sitting in a French airport right now. Okay, sitting there, checking the Premier League scores. I see there's a couple minutes left of Everton and Man United. I might as well watch the last couple of minutes of the game. Turn it on. There is literally the phase of play, and then they score. And I'm sitting there dejected, and De Gea has apparently ruined our whole season from this one game after a decent run.
So both keepers were poor. De Gea made a mistake for the first Everton goal. He kicked against Calvert-Lewin.
But this goal isn't De Gea's mistake.
No.
It takes a deflection, and there's a player in front of him.
Well, Gylfi Sigurdsson's fouled. Should have been a penalty. He should have scored, but he was taken out.
Do you remember me asking? Because I don't.
And then Gylfi
Sigurdsson is sitting there doing nothing as
recovering
he has done
from his injury.
All season. And he's just.
Who takes a shot? Is it Bernard?
I can't remember. To be honest, it might be Bernard.
Bernard takes a shot.
I think it's Bernard.
And Harry Maguire sticks a foot out and flicks it towards his own goal.
Yeah, always got an instinct for goal.
Sigurdsson pulls his leg back, so he doesn't.
Yeah.
So he doesn't hit him.
He's still sitting at this point, so it's not as if he can run out the way.
No, he can't get out of the way.
He's sitting in direct view of De Gea.
No,
he's right in front of him.
He's not in direct view.
He's
not in direct
right
view.
in front of him.
Right. He's in front of De Gea. He's not in direct view of De Gea.
Yeah.
Right. So anyway, Maguire flicks it on. The shot probably De Gea would save without the flick on.
Yeah.
Maguire flicks it on, distorts De Gea, goes in.
And it goes in. De Gea's wrong-footed. Goes to VAR. Right. The question of it is, was Gylfi Sigurdsson in the way of David De Gea stopping the shot?
No, he wasn't.
Yes, he was.
Right. After the game, they showed the goal to Calvert-Lewin. And Calvert-Lewin says he's not even in the line of sight. So it got picked up.
Yeah.
He's not in the line of sight. How can it be called? It'd be nice if that was actually the rule, but it's not. As far as my understanding goes, it's not line of sight.
It's not the rule.
It's if you are just interfering with play.
He wasn't interfering.
But he was.
Oh my god, no,
he definitely was.
He's interfering with play because he is lying there on the floor in the direction of the ball coming in, it doesn't matter if he moves or not. He can still be affecting the goalkeeper's judgment.
He's not affected play there. He's not.
He also has, because he's offside as well. And if De Gea might think, De Gea probably shouldn't think this, but he probably might think, well, if that's going to touch the Sigurdsson, boom, offside.
Yeah, it's a tough one, but I think VAR is not the problem this one. I think it was the.
It was
the general.
Sorry.
It was a general understanding of the rule and how it was applied in this instance. It's one of those where if it's given as a goal, I'd accept it. Yeah. If it's taken away as a goal, I'll accept it. I think it's a very weird, tough situation.
I think that was very harsh on Calvert-Lewin. I'm gonna see if I can get it up.
But I don't know. I do think that VAR isn't the issue here. VAR was used correctly in an instance.
Oh no, VAR is not the issue. It's the rule.
Yeah.
But again, as we've said before, and as everyone said, it's different referees' interpretations. Because Premier League refs have come out and said, actually, no, that should have stood. But whoever's the referee on the day, I wasn't paying a lot of attention to it.
I don't know. It happens, and that's fine. Just because if it's everything about it's the interpretation, then the rule needs to be rewritten in a clearer manner.
Yes, I agree. The rule needs to be rewritten.
I don't think it does. What's wrong with the rule? We haven't had an issue to it.
Well, because it's people's interpretations, and if we now have different, right. We disagree.
Okay, the reason why is because we got a set of rules that are down to interpretation, and VAR, which is very much this is the facts type approach. And it just, I don't know, I just think you can't have the two mixing together. But just because we've had one instance where Everton might drop 2 points, that's just not.
Yeah, but that could affect their European qualification. Maybe.
So?
I remember my old referee mentor saying, right, the FA can rewrite rules as much as they want. There's always going to be a way of someone finding two sides.
So we're gonna have a look at it and we're gonna react to it. So, ball goes in, Richarlison, that's a foul. Good save. He's on the floor.
Comes back. Right. Okay. He does interfere with play because he is directly in front of David De Gea.
He is directly in front.
He moves his legs.
Are they going to show us the VAR image?
Away.
I don't think they are.
In that moment there, he is directly in front of David De Gea. Literally,
whether Gylfi Sigurdsson is there or not, the goal goes in. But at the same time, Gylfi Sigurdsson has, by being in that position, he could be blocking view of where it hits Maguire. I
think it's very harsh to disallow it. I know it's the rule, but I think there, I think that's a penalty.
The initial challenge.
The initial challenge by.
Okay, so what's happening right now, because obviously people can't see it, is
we are pausing and
we are watching it and we are just kind of going back and forth on it. Get it up now if you want to on your mobile or laptop.
So he's offside there.
Yeah.
He doesn't make an attempt to play the ball. Look, there he is where he is. He saves it.
Well, it's given as a goal. Or it's disallowed.
It's been disallowed.
And that's the end of the day.
And we're not going to change it. But I think Man United have got very lucky once again with VAR.
Yes.
Yeah?
Oh well. Shame.
Sorry already.
Point for us, I don't care.
You take the point. FA Cup.
FA Cup.
Nothing real surprise, I don't think.
No,
Arsenal beat Portsmouth. Thierry fractured his ankle, so he's going to be out for a while.
Yeah.
That was 2-0. Then we had.
Just getting the scores up now.
Tuesday night was Chelsea Liverpool. Liverpool knocked out, and West Brom Newcastle. And
Gilmore for Chelsea.
Billy Gilmore was an outstanding.
Apparently, like a man of the match performance. I'll be honest, I haven't watched all the games.
So Arsenal went through on Monday night. Chelsea beat Liverpool 2-0 on Tuesday. West Brom went out to Newcastle, and Sheffield United went through.
Yep.
So Arsenal, Chelsea, Newcastle, Sheffield United through. Then last night, Norwich won on penalties against Tottenham. Tim Krul masterclass. Tim
Krul having it all written down in his bottle where he thought play
will go.
Hey,
nothing wrong with that.
I love it.
No,
do your research. And Leicester beat Birmingham.
Yep.
And Man City beat Sheffield Wednesday.
Yes.
Which means tonight, Derby County versus Man United.
Wayne Rooney.
Derby.
Or
Man United taking on Wayne Rooney's Derby County. As has been billed by every TV output.
And as I said last week, it's just one of those where I can't stand the whole thing of it being around Rooney. And then Rooney said about, oh yeah, I played for Manchester United for so long, and obviously I love the club, but I don't want Manchester United to win.
Of course.
And I'm like,
of course.
And grass is green. Thank you, Wayne. The fact that so much was made of so little.
He was like,
it's nothing.
He's been criticised for saying, I'm a Derby player now. If I score, I'll celebrate. I want Derby to win for 120 minutes.
Exactly. I don't know why he's been criticised, because every time he scored against Everton for United, he always celebrated.
Yeah, I mean, it's a joke, really. It's an absolute joke.
I kind of understand, because I feel like he should give a bit of respect to the club, which we're not the club that made him, but he is such a part.
I think post-match,
such a massive history.
Post-match, whatever the result, he will pay tribute to Man United.
Yeah,
but for 90 minutes at least,
120 minutes,
he is a Derby County player, and if he scores in the moment and he wants to celebrate, he should be able to celebrate.
Yeah, I
just still think it'd be nice if he just didn't.
Van Persie celebrated against Arsenal for Man United.
Yeah, but that's because of Van Persie.
Are we going another dig?
Funny. No, it's not even a dig. It's funny. But it's like, I don't know.
Yeah, we're the club who made Van Persie.
How many Premier League titles did you get?
One, maybe. Was he in the Invincible squad? He was around the Invincibles time.
I think didn't he just come on a little bit after?
Was he after? I thought he was in the Invincible squad.
I don't know.
Not in the main playing 11, but I think he was in. Maybe.
But when he was mainly playing, you gave him.
I don't think you gave him a trophy.
Yes, you are the club that made him, but at the same time, we won him a Premier League title. The amount that he won with Rooney won with Manchester United, I just feel like, and he's a massive part of our history. I would like it if he didn't celebrate. He didn't celebrate. I would like that. And I'd expect the same if it was like a Derby player that had been around for 10 years and he's playing for us. I'd like a player to just not celebrate.
I don't know. Which means the draw for the quarterfinals?
Yeah.
Is Sheffield United at home to Arsenal.
Mm-hmm.
Man City, Newcastle at St James's.
Yeah.
Tottenham. I was going to say Tottenham. Who else is left? Chelsea, Leicester at the KP.
Yep.
And then Norwich versus. Oh, it's going to be Derby County, isn't it?
Derby.
Yeah. No. I think Norwich, Man United, probably, in all honesty.
Yep.
Yep.
Which I think Man City are favourites for this trophy.
Yeah. Yeah, probably.
Yeah, Man City probably are.
Yeah.
But,
the best draw, I think, of this round, though, is Leicester-Chelsea.
Oh,
that'll be a good game.
Yeah.
But apart from that, the draw's pretty dead.
I think
City getting easier ties again.
Arsenal fan, I have to back Arsenal. I don't know if it's not going to be easy. We lost to them last time. City going to destroy Newcastle.
Yeah.
Chelsea, Leicester could go either way. Probably Leicester.
Yeah, swing both ways. Yeah, Leicester at home.
And
Probably.
then if you win tonight, you'll beat Norwich.
We'd hope that Manchester United would struggle.
Anyway, also this week,
another big draw.
The second ever Nations League was drawn.
Such an important competition.
So the Nations League, if you don't know, is basically another UEFA competition to replace friendlies.
Churning them out at the moment, aren't they? UEFA competitions.
It's to make international windows more competitive, although the friendlies will still exist. So Arsenal, God, not Arsenal, God. I wish we finished third.
They struggle in this competition.
England. So the way it works is there 4 leagues, I think.
Yeah.
4 groups, yeah.
4 leagues, and then within each league is a divisions.
Something, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really complicated. I got it up here. Yeah.
So I think there's 4 leagues, and each league. I might have this the wrong way around. 4 leagues, and each 4 leagues there are subdivisions.
Yep.
Yeah.
So they're subdivisions. So, and they're based on their first one was based on your UEFA coefficient.
Yeah.
If you finish in Division 1, which England, all the big teams are. So for this instance, we'll take England. England are in this first division, and they're in
Group 2.
Group 2 of Division 1.
Yeah.
So if you finish top of your division in Division 1, top of your league in Division 1, you go through to the finals.
Yeah.
Which last year was England, Switzerland, Holland, and Portugal.
Yeah.
England finished third. because we lost our first round and then we won our third leg against Switzerland.
Which I'll be honest, I did quite enjoy.
I did.
Little kind of
I liked it.
Bit of fun.
So, this year, England have been drawn in a group with Iceland, Belgium, and Denmark, which is
group.
It's a tough group. When you think who was in our last group, was Spain and Croatia.
I mean, look, should we not be saying here we should win that group?
I think Belgium win that group.
All I'm saying is Iceland have done it already. They'll do it again.
So it's two legs.
Got a chance.
It's like the Premier League. It's two legs you play home and away against the other three teams in this instance.
Yeah.
I think Belgium win that group. I hate to say it.
Yeah, they probably do us, I think.
No, I think England as a team right now are so much better.
When's it being played? Next year?
Than we used to be.
Next summer?
So the finals are next summer, so it starts this September.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It takes its time and goes.
So it's September to June.
The thing is,
then you have a year off, and then you. Am I here again?
It's just facing it.
With it being so broad a time, it being played over, we can't judge it because Kane might be back in September.
Well, Kane will be back in September.
Yeah, well, he'll be back. He'll be playing.
Kane, Rashford.
And then we might get, I don't know, Maguire starting centre half, injured in December, so then he can't play for the next bit. So you never know. You can't. It's hard to predict.
It is hard.
We've got so much depth now, haven't we? So it's like we've got the options.
Would you fancy us over 2 games against Belgium?
Yes.
Yeah, over 2 games, over 90 minutes now.
So
I don't know. Let's just say
so it's like the Premier League where you play the teams tough.
Well, we didn't beat him in the third place playoff in the World Cup, did we?
No, we
didn't have Jadon Sancho.
So I think Denmark you take 6 points.
Yeah, you'd.
I think Iceland you take 6 points.
Yeah, you'd be annoyed if you didn't take.
And I think Belgium do the same.
Yeah.
So it's going to come down to Belgium England.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a tough one, but I still think.
So I think it will either come down to goal difference. I think so. We need to absolutely pummel Iceland.
I think England right now, you got to look at us and say we are one of the best footballing squads in world football.
So are Belgium.
Yeah, but they're not as good as Manchester United. England. I'm still thinking
Really?
Manchester United. No, I think.
Yeah,
I genuinely think
you've
we've
got
got a
to
better team
think
than
a
England.
year on as well.
Man for man.
Everyone's a year older. Their defence a year on from now. Vertonghen, Adebayor, they're ancient.
Man for man.
Well, in football terms, they're about 30. But
Pickford's rubbish this season. I'd have Henderson start the Euros. Pickford or who's their starting keeper? Courtois.
Yeah, take that keeper.
Courtois.
I'd have that keeper. I'd have our back line.
You
should put a 4 against a 3. I'd probably have our back line.
We've got what? So we got Trent.
Alexander-Arnold starts. Who's our centre?
Well, let's do a joint 11.
Yeah.
Fine.
Yeah.
England.
Courtois goes in goal.
Courtois goes in goal.
We've got to play 4-3-3.
Yeah, 4-3-3.
What are you getting up? Just.
I've got the Belgium. I just googled it.
So Courtois goes in goal.
Yep. Right back.
Back. Trent over Meunier. Fair.
Easy.
Centre back.
Centre backs you got. I'd say.
So what?
I'd say Harry.
Who's our starting centre backs? Maguire and who? Stones? No. Saka's the next.
Well, the second centre back's always a bit iffy, isn't it? Because we could have Tyrone Mings. We could have.
Maguire starts over.
But then it's your pick between Vertonghen and Alderweireld, really.
Alderweireld probably goes in over Stones.
Yep.
Left back.
Agree. Left back. I can't think of any good Belgian ones.
Chilwell or Jordan Lukaku, I think it is, isn't it?
Yeah, it's Chilwell.
Fair.
Chilwell, easy.
Midfield 3, 2 holding midfielders.
Oh.
Yeah,
so it gets tough. So they've got the likes of, say, Axel Witsel, Moussa Dembele.
So we've got.
Thierry Tielemans.
So Tielemans goes in. Tielemans goes in.
I mean, we've got
over what, Henderson or Winks?
Well, we've got Henderson, we've got Milner, not Milner, Winks, Dyer.
So what? That's probably what, Henderson and Tielemans.
Could you play? I think. Well,
it's Henderson.
Let's say 1 defensive and then 2 kind of 8.
Well, Tielemans can play more as an 8. So what? Henderson.
I'd have Henderson as the deep.
Henderson deep. Tielemans and what?
Well, no, De Bruyne.
And
then you've got like your choices of, say, maybe Dele Alli.
Oh yeah.
Wait, what?
Jack Grealish.
No, if we have Henderson holding, then you have 2. So you have De Bruyne and.
Would you have
Maddison?
I don't think you would have Tielemans.
You wouldn't have Tielemans over the others.
Oh, fine.
You've got loads. You've got
De Bruyne and
Chamberlain as well.
De Bruyne and Maddison. Probably.
Yeah,
Maddison over Grealish. In this instance.
I'd personally have Grealish over Maddison, but sure.
Yeah, in this instance.
In this instance, well, you think he probably won't take a Championship player. if he stays with Villa.
Well, he won't be a Championship player.
If
He'll
he
be
says
in Manchester United.
fine. Let's for this argument, and this isn't who we all. This argument will go Madison.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Top three. On the right is Sancho.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Up
On the
front.
left, Sterling is better than Hazard.
What a
Sterling
bold!
is better than Hazard.
But you're right. He's
He
on from
will
year
be.
time.
He will be in year one.
But
He will be
Hazard
year
might
one.
have an immense season
I
for
don't think he
Real
will.
Madrid.
No.
He might next season.
No. Yeah, I
Fine.
don't see it.
Sancho and Sterling.
Sancho, Sterling, then Harry Kane up top.
Kane up top
Kane
instead
is
of.
better than Lukaku.
Oh.
Kane is better than Lukaku.
I think Belgium play better football, but
Maybe, but I do think.
I think they'll win the
I
Euros.
think the quality of our players coming
I think
through.
they'll win the Euros. France
They're
all,
more
all
France.
over.
They're more.
France
Kylian
will win it
Mbappe
again.
literally
They're more
exists.
France will win it again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They'll have a few. They'll have a good 4 or 5 years
I
of
think.
dominating
I think
national football.
they'll do Spain. They'll win the Euros and the World Cup back to back, and then I think we'll see someone new.
Yeah.
Whether that be Belgium, I think Belgium. I think their golden generation's passed now.
Although I am going to stick 50 quid on England to win the Euros.
I might stick £5.
Difference there. Yeah. In confidence.
So, Nations League. Well, we'll come back to it next year when it's kicked off and when we've sort of got a bit more of an idea of how the first couple of games have shaped up.
Yeah.
But England obviously came third last year, so hopefully we can go a step better to get to the final
Maybe do a
and
bit better.
win it.
Be nice.
So, any other business? I think Eric
think that's
Dyer
nice.
yesterday.
Oh, Eric Dyer, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so if you haven't seen it, Eric Dyer took to the stands following the loss to Norwich. I think to intervene between his brother and
And a
fan
fan.
having a scuffle. I mean, it's fair enough. Like, whatever, he protects his brother.
I don't think he should get any sort of charges for it.
No,
I think he will.
He will.
he
but I
will
don't
because
think
the
he
FA's
should.
like that.
But then the FA have to. Then again, play devil's advocate. The FA have to show that they're cramping down. You know, you can't just have players.
I know he was
Yeah.
abused or his brother was abused or whatever it is, but you cannot leave people to play to go into the stand.
As a player, but as a person.
As a player,
Yeah.
if it was someone in the stand and they had a scrap, I don't think anyone would be talking about it like this.
I mean, no, because it happens like a lot of
It's
weeks,
just
but
it's just the way he comes off the
Yeah.
pitch, climbs straight,
the
full
FA
kit,
have to do it.
climbs straight over, and
But I don't think it's something that he's going to feel bad about taking.
Oh, he won't regret it.
That's fine.
It'll
I
get.
don't think it paints him in a negative light either. I don't think so.
No,
Well,
I
he shouldn't.
I think he'll get
might,
slapped
but
with
he shouldn't.
he'll get slapped with a fine.
Yeah, it won't be a
something.
big
That's
fine.
what I thought.
What was it I saw? I think it was a stupid thing to do, but it's human. It's instinct, isn't it?
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah, it's just
The other thing I wanted to talk about, which I have a problem with, is I don't know if you've seen this. Daniel Sturridge. Have you seen this?
Yes.
Banned, is it 4 months?
So he's banned until June
Right.
for breaching UEFA, FIFA, whatever it is, betting.
Which is good because he
Regulations.
can make it back for the Euros.
So he's banned. He's banned for 4 months when it broke. Higo Casilla was banned for 8 games for racism, and fined.
Yeah. Which is, I think, Casilla, obviously racism is a much worse thing than the gambling one.
So he's still employed by Leeds.
Yep.
Yeah.
Will probably go back into that team after his ban.
Yeah.
It'd be interesting to see how Bielsa reacts because Bielsa does love him.
The fine is nothing really for a professional footballer. I know he's a championship footballer, but it's
Yeah, but he's come from
for the career he's
he's
had.
He's got that.
he's got
money.
the money.
He's
It's
got-
nothing. He gets an 8-week holiday, and bam, you're sorted.
And it's gone under the radar as well because it's championship. I haven't seen it been treated near as half as much
For
as
racism.
Yep.
He racially abused a teammate.
Yeah.
Or an opposite, whatever it
Yeah,
was.
opposition.
Player. Then, is it Lecco for West Brom?
Jonathan Lacazette.
Said this incident has made me reconsider whether I would report racism.
Which is wrong. It should be so much tougher on the person, on the offender. And the fact that, yeah, as you say, it's like in comparison to Daniel Sturridge's.
And
4 months.
Sturridge places a couple of bets, and he's banned for 4 months. It's bang out
The thing
I'll
with
tell you why. It's because the whole thing at the moment about betting companies and them taking over football.
Sturridge
the
lost
betting
his job.
sponsors.
Trabzonspor released him over this. because they can't play until the summer.
Well, that's fair enough to them. You can't blame them for that.
I think it stinks of institutionalised.
100%. Institutionalised racism.
It's institutionalised, but also it's just what people are used to. If Leeds came out and said, whilst representing our club, our brand, any other brand, if you were in a shop, we're not going to name a brand just in case. And you were
a well-known supermarket,
a well-known retailer, and one of your staff members racially abused a customer, you'd be gone like that.
Yeah.
Why is it different for footballers?
Because they're multi-million-pound assets, and I'm not saying that that's the way it should be, but that's just how Leeds see it.
It's the way it's been for a long time. It's the way it is.
But that's the problem.
It's the way it will
Something needs to change.
Yeah.
Leeds should have sacked him.
They won't sack him because they know after the 8 games he'd come back and he plays a massive part in that last little promotion.
But why should he have that privilege?
He shouldn't. But at the end of the day, Leeds are going to go, okay, whether they think it or not, Leeds are going to say, okay, 8 games, okay, he's learned his lesson. He'll come back and we'll go up, and it'll all be under the carpet.
It's like the Wayne Hennessy thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
When that was ridiculous as well. His excuse. If you don't know, Wayne Hennessy, was it last year's Christmas party?
Yeah,
something like
Palace party.
Crystal Palace Christmas party was pictured making a alleged gesture which closely resembled that of Hitler.
A Nazi salute.
And Hennessy's response was, "No, I was waving to a friend who came in. I don't know anything about World War II because I wasn't taught it in school." Well, I'm not going to repeat the gesture, but you don't do that when you're waving to a friend.
Yeah, so you don't
use one
arm up in such emotion, and you certainly don't put your hand over your mouth.
No, he was like, I was calling to a friend.
Yeah,
it
was just wrong.
So it's happened before. I know, obviously, Palace are a Premier League team, Leeds are currently a Championship team. But stuff like this happened before. and nothing's being done about it. It happened in the women's game recently. I saw an interview saying that, I've forgotten the team. We didn't plan to talk about this. So that she was called a monkey by an opposition player. Told the referee, nothing done about it.
Which is just
I think she stopped playing football. And it's just things like that.
That's when it gets an issue because that's her livelihood. That's it. For a lot of women's footballers, obviously they're not full time, but it's the majority of their income, their livelihood. A lot of them as well being mums and that. So if it stopped her from doing her job, that's when it becomes. Obviously, it's serious anyway. Don't get me wrong, but when it stopped someone from doing their job because they feel scared to come in and play because they're not being protected enough, that's when it gets serious.
Yeah, it's just, and we've seen it with England. We saw it a couple of weeks ago with. Was it Marega for Porto?
Yep.
Yeah, and
tried to walk off the pitch.
That one
his teammate stopped him.
That
really upset me. Yeah.
That Otavio geezer trying to keep him on it.
But I think
that really annoyed me. That did.
I think until something, and obviously players have got to do what they feel is right in the moment.
Yep.
But I just think
it needs to be cracked down more upon.
I think Casilla should have been sacked. I genuinely think that you can't.
I'd agree with he should be sacked, but Leeds as a business, and I'm not saying
from a business point of view,
I hate to come across as, and I don't want to come across as saying like I'm defending Casilla and he shouldn't be sacked because the offence is a sackable offence and he should be gone. But as a multi-million-pound asset, Leeds will try and just shift him off in his own.
Oh, yeah, of course you can. And you're right. He'll walk back into the team after it's less than 8 games now. But
if they get promoted,
they'll get promoted. They'll get a pay rise.
Leeds pushes it under the carpet, and that's that.
Yeah, it's a shame, but it happened.
It's a way to end the podcast on it.
Why do we always? Why is it?
There's got to be something else that.
Is there anything away from football? Just any. What's everyone done this last week?
Oh, I went to
quite interesting.
Paris.
There we go.
I went to Paris. Watched Paris Saint-Germain. Beat
Go on, give us that nightmare story.
Okay, so my flight there delayed. I missed the first half. I raced through Paris to my hotel. drop my bag off, pretty much like half jog to the stadium, get in just for the second half. Kylian Mbappe is something else entirely, like in person. It's one of those where those types of players, you kind of think, right, he probably passes the ball off now and then he'll run at players now and then when he can. No, Kylian Mbappe, he just wants to break everyone's legs every single time. He just wants their ankles gone. He has them for dinner. He just goes at a player every single time, and it's so good to watch. And there's a couple of instances where defenders are having to go in twos to try and tackle him, and he's just almost squeezing through, but he's just been caught at the last second. And it was pure dominance. 3-0 in that second half. Icardi coming on and bagging a simple striker's finish, but Kylian Mbappe getting a rebound and a very good goal where he just takes it just past the keeper to put it in under him. It was such a good experience.
It sort of sounds like, I don't know if you watched that XO video from a couple of years ago, where two of them are filming with Cavani.
Yes.
And they're late to the filming and they're running through like Paris.
Just having to get there.
It'll be interesting to see by the end of the season how many nightmare stories we have like that. We've got two already. Your Paris story, Showtime.
What's going to happen to me?
Nightmare of the week.
Should have a little like montage video at the end of the season. What's things that went wrong
worst
with
things that have happened.
Yeah.
I'm sure we'll have a complete video as well.
So you had fun in Paris. You had fun back home?
Yeah, it was just one of those things you need to do. Go home, see the mumsy, get the washing done, that sort of stuff. So
get a tea.
Yeah, get some decent food, mate. But yeah, what about you? Apart from that, I've not done nothing.
It was my birthday Monday, so I got the new Arsenal away shirt.
Okay.
So
speaking of football shirts, what are you thinking?
Marseille, I like it. I do like Marseille shirts.
The Marseille.
For the audio listeners, it's the
it's the Marseille third. Is it the third cup shirt? I think.
Maybe.
Wow. It's not the away shirt. It's obviously definitely not home. But yeah, no sponsor on it.
Oh, nice.
Made by whoever these guys are.
Puma. I believe.
Oh yeah, that's Puma. Yeah. So yeah, no, it's quite nice.
So we will be back next week. We will know Premier League results. We will tell you we will review our predictions.
Yeah.
We will review Man United losing in the FA Cup derby. We will. Something's going to happen. Probably more VAR.
Yeah, we'll have talking points.
And next week, for the first time on FootieTalksPod,
yes,
we will be joined by some guests.
We will be joined by some guests.
James has organised this. So James, would you like to tell us?
I don't know if you've mentioned this to Sam yet.
I just don't know anything.
James, would you like to tell us about our special guests?
Paddy Finnemore and Toby Hill will be joining us, a Manchester United fan and an Arsenal fan, just so we can properly outnumber Sam Collins on this podcast. It should be good. We're going to be discussing all things wrong with Arsenal Football Club and all things right.
We've just done that today, haven't we?
So yeah, it's going to be very much me and Toby versus James and Paddy.
Might go home again that weekend.
I think
Sam can.
We might stick Sam next door into like the creator studio. We'll have a 2v2.
We'll get your referee top on.
So thank you for listening. We will put. Obviously, I forgot to mention, we are now on Apple Podcasts.
Yep.
So Apple, Spotify. The other one, SoundCloud,
yep.
YouTube.
We're everywhere.
We are everywhere. You can find us everywhere. So, Twitter. I launched the Facebook page yesterday. Go and give that a like.
Just follow us everywhere.
Everywhere. Every link in the description. Obviously, Sam's link, James' link, my link. We will put Toby and Paddy's just so you can check them out before next week. Get to know our guests.
That's good of us. They're giving us any money for that.
And
they wanted to be paid.
Once we get paid, we'll pay our guests.
We don't have the overdraft for that.
Subscribe. Get us to 1,000 subs, and then YouTube can start putting ads on our videos.
That's it.
Thank you for listening. Have a good week. See you next week. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Cheers.